Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email from a subscriber, and this subscriber sent a donation, so thanks for your donation. And remember, guys, if you want to guarantee that your question will be answered, make sure you click the link below this video and send a donation. So this one says, hey, Mr. Locario, I have a problem when it comes to talking to females. It's not because I'm scared, but because I'm bad at doing small talk, especially with females. I usually ask the typical where are you from, how's your day type of questions, but those are so corny. Any tips on how to converse with females? All right. So this is the thing, when you're interacting with chicks, right? The main thing you need to think about is being different. Okay, being different. Right? See, there's nothing wrong with, having small talk like, yo, what's up? How you doing? Whatever, small talk is cool in specific situations, and I'll get to that in a second. But what you want to do is that whenever you're talking to a girl, interacting with a chick, she should feel like that you are different than 99% of the guys she's met. You understand? She should have this feeling that you're a different type of guy, right? And you can do this through your conversation. You can do this through the way that you talk and the way that you interact with these chicks, right? See, there's nothing really wrong with small talk. Like if you're at a party or you're at a bar or whatever, and you meet a chick or whatever, you could roll up on her and be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? How's your night going? What's your name? My name is this, so and so. That's cool for like a minute. You feel what I'm saying? But after that, you want to step it up and you want to, move the conversation in the direction of you sort of flirting, you building sexual tension, but also at the same time being different, right? And so how do you be different? The thing is this, is that when you're talking to girls, you want to, make sure that the interactions that you're having are things, and you're saying things that she wouldn't really expect, right? Because what a lot of guys don't understand is that women, a lot of times they run into, a whole bunch of dudes, and most of the guys end up sounding the same, right? I was actually talking about this to one of my coaching clients the other day, and I was saying that, I was talking about the same sort of topic, and I was saying that, a lot of women interact with dudes who say the same shit, right? So what happens is they run into guys who, let's say, for example, even on online dating sites, if a woman gets 50 messages, right, at least 40 to 45 of those messages are going to be guys saying, hey, hi, hey, sexy, hi, like that's it, right? And then she's going to probably get like maybe 4 or 5 of those messages that's going to be way different. That's going to be something different, something fresh, something interesting, which is going to grab her attention. And then she's going to want to talk to that guy. You see what I'm saying? So when you come at the situation differently, then these girls are going to like you more. It's really that simple. Because the difference is the thing that makes you stand out, right? Now, see, there's a difference between talking to, let's say, a girl on the street, that you're passing by, you see a chick, and a woman that you might meet at a bar, at a club or something. Because on the street, you have to be a little bit more quicker to sort of get her attention and to keep her attention. Because the thing about you being different is really just about grabbing her attention. And then once you grab her attention, she realizes that you're a different type of dude. And that difference is the thing that makes her attracted to you, right? So if you're on the street, right, small talk might not be that feasible in just on the street that much. You understand? Like, you could do it, but it's not, you got to really speed it up on the street because, people are going, women are going on their way, doing their thing, you doing your thing. It's, it's just in passing. Now, if you're in a bar or at a club or at a party setting, where the girl is basically there, you got a little bit more room to like small talk. You understand? But your problem isn't necessarily small talk. The problem is differentiating yourself from everybody else. And so the difference comes in when you are being that different dude, right? And so what happens is that, let's say if you see a chick on the street, you want to be able to grab her attention quicker because, you have less time. So you want to sort of limit the small talking to really quick and then just sort of get to the point or get to interacting with her in that different way. If you're at that party or that event or that club or that bar setting, you have a little bit more time to give some small talk, but then you move into switching up the situation, right? And being different. Now, let me give you some examples, of shit that I've done that just is on some different shit. Because the thing is, it's almost like you really sort of want to throw the girl off, right? See, the different things that you're saying need to be shit that's going to sort of throw her off. And when I say throw her off, it's basically you're coming at her in a way where she just didn't expect it. And so when she doesn't expect it, it's a new type of thing. It's a different type of experience. You see what I'm saying? So for example, I remember I was in a Starbucks one time, right? And I'm online, about to order, some coffee or whatever. And it was a long line. It was maybe like at least 5 or 6 people in front of me, right? And then in back of me, there was a chick, right? So she was the last one online. And she was right in back of me, and, she was cute or whatever. So the line's taking a little long to move up or whatever and shit. So I just turned around, and the first thing I said to her, I said, if me and you were on a first date, would you take me here? Right? That's all I said to her. I didn't say hi. I didn't say how you doing. I didn't say what's your name. I said, if me and you were on a first date, would you take me here? And then she looked at me. She's like sort of laughed a little. She's like, what? I was like, no, seriously. If me and you were on a first date, would you take me here? And then she was like, what do you mean take you here? Like, she's like, wouldn't you be taking me here? Aren't you supposed to be taking me out? And I'm like, and then I come back and I'm like, nah, I'm saying I want you to take me out. I need to get spoiled. I'm tired of having to, do all the work. I want a hot chick to spoil me. You feel what I'm saying? So then she's like laughing and shit. We going back and forth. And then the thing was, I ended up exchanging numbers with her and hitting her up and, seeing her and all this other stuff, right? But the thing is, me just coming out and saying what I said, talking about if me and you on the first date, would you take me here? She didn't expect me to say that to her. You understand what I'm saying? That caught her off guard. So now I became different than most of the other guys that just would come at her on some regular shit. You see what I'm saying? This is the power of you being different. Another thing you can do is, and this is what I do a lot, is sometimes I'll be at, different events or even sometimes in the street where I'll see a girl like on her phone, but she's not like talking on the phone. She's just either, looks like she's looking at Instagram or Facebook or, whatever, right? And I've seen girls do this where they be sitting on park benches. They'll do this, they have their phone in their hand or, even in the train station or just, chilling somewhere. Even sometimes at, bars and clubs or whatever, they'll just be on their phone looking at shit. So what I would do is, since they're actually on their phone, I just walk up straight up to it. I straight up walk up to them and I say, hey, my number is, 917, blah, blah, blah. So I would just say my number. And I'm telling them, I'm implying put the number in the phone. You understand? So that's the first thing I say to them. I don't even say, hey, what's up? How you doing? I just go to them. Hey, listen, my number is such and such and such, such and such. Yeah, put it in there. Right. And more than half the time, the women just put my number in their phone. And then once they put the number in the phone, I start talking to them and, we do the thing. Right. But see, the way that I'm coming across is different. Because most guys probably haven't done that to her. You see what I'm saying? So the difference separates you from all the other guys. And the difference makes you seem more interesting. You understand? And so when it comes to like, in those two examples, it's more so that I just sort of jumped right into, hollering at them. It wasn't really any small talk, and as much in those situations. Right? Now, there's nothing wrong with the small talk because you could do small talk. But the small talk isn't really the thing that keeps things going, or it's not the thing that sticks. The things that stick are the differences between you and the other guys that have been hollering at her. right? And the thing is, you know, you got to understand like how to sort of maneuver depending on the context of the situation. So the two examples I showed you, it was more so like just the introduction. Like this is just me sort of like first talking to them and hollering at them, right? But there are times where you can use small talk and, you know, also add that different flair after you're done with the small talk. Like, for example, you know, I was at a spot one time and, you know, I see this girl and I just rolled up on her and I was doing some small talk shit. So I was like, yo, what's good? I was like, how's the night going? And she was like, oh, you know, it's cool, you know. And I'm like, that's cool. I was like, so, you know, where you from? And she's like, oh, I'm from, you know, Brooklyn, blah, blah, blah. And then so now that's just all the small talk I did, right? Then I moved into I moved the conversation into, you know, flipping it on some different shit, right? So after I said, you know, after she was like, yeah, I'm from Brooklyn, whatever. I was like, yo, is this your first time? And she was like, my first time what? And I was like, oh, I was saying, is this your first time, you know, speaking to a guy as sexy as me? You know what I'm saying? So I say that to her and this chick started bursting out laughing. She's like, oh, so you're all, you know, you think you're all that? And I was like, no, I don't think I'm all that. I know I'm all that. I'm just, you know, I just don't want you to be nervous talking to me because I know, you know, you probably never talked to a dude as fly as me. Like, I just want to make sure you're okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying this shit to her and she's just like, wow. She's like, wow, like really? Like she's actually like engaged with me saying this and doing this because it's different. You see what I'm saying? See, most guys that probably talk to her, they're talking to her just on some regular shit for a long time, you know, probably nervous talking to her, probably saying the regular boring shit. You see what I'm saying? But I'm coming at it different. So that difference is making the situation more interesting. And then therefore she sees me as more interesting. And then she likes me. You feel what I'm saying? It's really that simple. I remember another time, you know, I was talking to this girl, you know, doing some small talk again, you know, just regular shit like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Just doing some small talk for maybe like a minute and a half or whatever. And then, you know, I'm like, you know, I started to say something about her lips. I was like, yo, you have some really nice lips. She has some like really big ass, sexy Angelina Jolie type lips or whatever, right? And so I was like, yo, you got some sexy ass lips. And then I said, you know, I was like, do you realize how bad I want you right now? I was like, no, seriously, do you realize how bad I want you? I was like, my heart is beating like crazy. So I grab her hand and I put her hand to my chest. And I was like, do you feel that? Do you feel that shit? I was like, no. I was like, you probably don't feel. You got to come closer. So I start to hug her, and I was like, you feel my heartbeat pounding on your chest? Do you feel that? And then she's like, you know, sitting there smiling, and she's like, oh my God, you're crazy about you. But I'm doing different shit. You see what I'm saying? I'm just coming at her on some different shit. And see, the thing is, you know, you have to be very comfortable talking to women. Right? And the thing is, you got to understand that, and this goes with just understanding, you know, like how, like a woman's perspective on things. Because see, that's the problem with a lot of dudes, is the reason why they have trouble connecting with chicks or making shit happen with women is because you never really think about the situation from her perspective. This is probably another video I could do too, just on this, but just real quick, is that you got to understand that these women get approached and talked to by a lot of different dudes. And most of the dudes that holler at them and approach them and talk to them, it's, you know, it's the same shit. So just by you being different, just by you sort of throwing shit out there that you know that she most likely would have not heard, you know, any dude say this or do this type of stuff, you're already giving yourself an advantage. Now, see, the key to being different with all of this is that you also got to remember that you're flirting. So you're still being playful with all of this shit. You understand? Because that playful nature is what makes it fun, is what makes it interesting. is what makes you memorable, is what makes, her want to continue to see you, because now what happens is that you become rare. Like when you outside and you see like a crazy bad chick, you're like, oh my God, this chick is ridiculous. Like, she's so bad. She's like your type. She's like perfect. Like, oh my God, this chick is crazy, right? And she grabs your attention because she looks different than most of the girls you see on average. Like, she looks like some supermodel shit, like shit you probably just seen in magazines or on the internet or some shit. You're like, oh my God, this chick is bad, right? And what happens is that since she's so, rare to you as far as like your, everyday experience, she stands out. You're like, God damn, this bitch is bad, right? So the same thing happens for when you're dealing with women and you're coming at them different, right? That difference is the thing that makes them like you, that makes them gravitate to you, because now you're rare. She's like, oh my God, finally, I'm talking to a guy who's interesting, who's different, who makes me feel things that I haven't felt. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's the important thing. So it's not necessarily just, the small talk, because he's saying, oh, the small talk is boring. Like, what else can I do to make it better? What you got to do is you got to make sure that within the conversation, you're being different. That's it. That's all it is. I might have to do a whole bad boy membership program just on this, and different things you can say, different things you can do in order to make you stand out. You understand? So that, you could get shit popping. All right. So that's pretty much it. Listen, if you guys have any questions, make sure you click the link below, and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you turn off this video, make sure you click the link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session. Now, this is a private one-on-one coaching session between me and you where we chop up game for a half an hour. So make sure you click that link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 to 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.